El proceso continuó durante otro cuarto de hora. The process continued during another quarter of the during another 15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Quarter, is that in English? Quarter for an hour or quarter?
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Okay. Luego la luz de la antena se apagó y Yevenjie dejó de sentir el picor en la cara. Later, the light of the antenna se apagó. What does it mean? Apagó. Stopped.
Very good. Yeah.
And Yevenjie, they left. Stopped. Stopped feeling the picor en la cara. Stop feeling the hot on the face.
Yeah, the sting, sting.
Yeah, I still remember the picante, right?
Very good.
Picor. En la sala de control se reanudó el barullo de órdenes y respuestas, mientras la voz masculina volvía a la carga. In the room of the control room, people reanudó, what does it mean? Renounced something?
To continue.
To continue the barullo. What does it mean? Barullo.
Barullo is kind of like when there's a lot of noise happening.
Busy. Noise. Many noise. Okay,
Kind of, yeah.
Continue the noise of the orders and the replies. Mientras la voz, among them, the man's voice returned. La carga. What does it mean? Carga.
Volvía a la carga. So it like returned to be in charge. So carga here you can associate it with the English word charge.
Charge. Return to be in charge. Transmisión número 140 y 147 del proyecto Costa Roja completada. Sistemas de transmisión desconectados. The mission number 147 of the project of the Costa Roja finished. Completed. System of the transmission disconnected.
Very good.
Costa Roja entre en estado de monitoración, control del sistema transferido del departamento de monitoración, enviando datos desde punto de control. Costa Roja, Red Coast entered in the status of the monitorization and monitoring system, a monitoring stage. The control system transferred into.
Yeah, very good.
The controlling system is transferred to the monitoring system, monitoring department, sending the data from the control point.
Exactly. Very good.
Que todas las unidades cumplimente debidamente su diario de transmisiones. De todas las unidades. That all the units completed debidamente, completed as we as our daily transmission expected. Debir.
Yes, so basically it says todas las unidades cumplimenten debidamente su diario de transmisiones. Yeah, so their transmission diary.
Transmission diary, transmission. Yeah, I mean, debidamente, how to translate this? Deliberately or as we expected?
More closer to as we expected. I guess you can say something like accordingly.
Todos los jefes de unidad deben asistir la reunión posterior a la transmisión. Se acabó. All the bosses of the unit should assist the post reunion, assist the reunion after the transmission.
Very good.
Se acabó. Started now or
No.
Stop?
Stop. There you go.
What stopped?
Their transmission, I guess.
Okay. El silencio que vino después fue interrumpido por el silbido del viento. Y Evangelii se fijó en que los pájaros regresaban al bosque. The silence that came after from the interruption of the silbidos del viento, the wind. What is silbido?
Silbido means whistle.
The whistle of the wind comes after whistle of the wind. Y Evangelii se fijó en que los pájaros. Y Evangelii, looking at stared at the noticed that the bird returned to the wood, to return to the forest.
Very good.
La antena parecía una enorme mano tendida hacia el firmamento, dotada de un vigor fabuloso. The antenna looks like a big hand tendida hacia el firmamento. Tendida. What does this mean? Tending to, point to.
Kind of like pointing to, yeah. So you can relate this word to the word extend or extended.
Extended to the firmamento. What does it mean, firmamento?
The firmament is kind of like the heaven.
Kind of what?
It's similar to the heaven.
Heaven, okay. Pointing towards to the heaven. Dotar, what does this mean? Even and vigor.
Gifted.
What?
Doted, we can understand doted as being similar to like gifted with or possessing naturally something.
Possessing as a fabulous vigor. What does it mean?
Vigor, vigor is it's kind of like energy.
Fabulous energy. Gifted with a fabulous energy. Inspeccionó el cielo sin hallar nada que pudiera ser el blanco número BN20197F. Inspection. She looked at the sky without being hallar nada que pudiera, without being anything that could be the blank number of the blank number BN. What does this mean? Without being anything that could be the blank number, blah blah.
Sin hallar. Hallar means to find.
Without finding anything. Without finding anything that could be the blank number.
Remember that in this case, in the case of these weapon testing, a blanco is a target. So without finding anything that could be target number BN2197F.
And without finding anything, it's just a number, right?
It's a target. So remember that when they started the transmission of the laser, they said that they had located target BN20197F and that they were going to do something to it. So she's looking into the sky to see if she can identify what they were shooting at, but there's nothing in the sky.
Without finding anything that could be the number. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's actually I think it means the number of some what's the word for that? Planets? Something.
Probably, yeah.
Lo único que alcanzó a ver más allá de las nubes fueron las estrellas de una fría noche de 1969. The
Very
only
good.
thing alcanzar means reach, approach. The only thing that she can approach is to see. She can reach to see more más allá de las nubes. Far away from the clouds was the stars from a cold night of 1969.
Very good.
Is this the next chapter? Nice.
Yep.
Fronteras de la ciencia. Fronteras de la ciencia. Ciencia, 科学编辑. Yeah. Oh, finally. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. I read that this is the version that I read. Because the frontiers of the science. In the version that I read, the Chinese version, they started from this Wang Miao, and then they put the previous version at the later part. I don't know why. There's many
interesting.
many different editions because it has been published for years. Frontiers of the Science. 38 años más tarde, 38 years later, Wang Miao analizó el peculiar cuarteto que había ido a buscarlo a su casa. Eran dos policías y dos militares vestidos de uniforme. Wang Miao analyzed the película. Analyzed the peculiar. The peculiar means the weird.
Yeah, very good.
I remember there is a similar English word. Peculiar,
exactly.
The peculiar cuarteto. Cuarteto, what does it mean?
Quartet. A quartet is a group of 4 people. So it has the same root as quarter.
Means a group of like 4 people form a small group.
Yeah, a group of 4 people.
Okay, groups of 4 people that that had been looking for him in his house. They were two police, 2 soldiers vestido, wearing uniforms. Si estos últimos hubieran sido policías armados, tal vez no le habría chocado, pero se trataba nada menos que de oficiales de ejército de tierra. Si estos últimos hubieran, if, or looks like, if this new,
si estos últimos, if these last 2.
It is last 2. If it is last 2.
No. If these last 2. So in the previous sentence, they mentioned 2 policías y 2 militares. So los últimos in this case would be 2 militares.
The latter.
Yeah, there you go.
The letter to soldier. The letters. The soldiers had been police, had been armed police. No, you see the last 2 should be the soldiers, right? The previous 2 are the polices.
Keep reading because the answer is in this sentence.
Okay, tal vez no le había chocado. Tal vez means sometimes.
Tal vez means maybe.
Maybe, possibly. Okay, possibly. Maybe no le habría chocado. That is mean chocado. Maybe not. I guess it's under fire or something. Ready to fire.
Tal vez no le habría chocado. Maybe it would not have bothered him.
Maybe it would not have bothered him. Okay, but se trataba, but it was nothing. But it was nothing less, nothing more. It was nothing less than the officials of the officers of the land military. I know the meaning, but I don't know how to translate them in a correct way. It means with no doubt, they are the soldiers from the land military. What's the terminology of the ejército de tierra?
I'm not sure. I think it means like the normal soldiers, right? Like not Air Force, not Navy, not Marine, but simply the regular soldiers, right? The army.
Yeah, we call them 陆军. 陆 means the land.
Yeah. I don't actually know. I'm sure that they have a name in English. I know that they have to, but I don't know it at the moment. I'm sorry.
Okay. En cuanto vio a los policías, sintió aversión. El más joven tenía un pase, era respetuoso y se dirigía a él en tono amable. En cuanto vio a los policías, when he looked at the police, she felt when looking at the police, she felt aversión. Aversión, what does this mean? Aversión, nervous.
Aversion.
Aversion.
Aversion is kind of like when you feel that you don't like something.
Okay, felt aversion. El más joven tenía the more younger one had a pace, moved step forward. Tenía un pase. Step forward.
Tenía, the younger one had a pass.
Had a pass. What is the pass? Had a pass.
Exception.
Had an exception. What does this mean? Had an exception.
Finish reading the sentence and then see if you understand it.
Yeah, he was respetuoso. What does this mean?
He was respectful.
Okay, he was respectful.
Respectful.
Respectful and se dirigía a él y tono amable. And she turned to him. She go to him. She heading to him, and with much kind tono amable. What is tono?
Tone.
With a kind tone. Kindly tone. So the younger one had a pass. What does this mean? Had a pass. Had an impression. Means had a good way.
Yeah. So at the start of this sentence, we see that when he sees those police officers, well, actually, I don't know if this character is he or she. This person feels aversion to them. He dislikes them. But the younger one has a pass. The younger one is not so bad, he thinks, because the younger one is respectful and speaks nicely.
The pass. Well, how do you spell that?
P-A-S-S.
Had a pass? I never know this expression. Pass for me just means passing something, give something. It means difference.
So in this case, it means that the aversion that this person is feeling is not really for the younger policeman. The younger policeman is okay. The other one makes him feel aversion.
I know the meaning of this sentence. I mean, I never used past like this way. I've never encountered any English phrases like that with you like a pass. For me, it's maybe it just means for a different impression.
Something like that.
Word for me. En cambio, el otro de paisano era un auténtico maleducado. On the contrary, the other one of the paisano, what does it mean, the paisano?
That's a good question, because as far as I know, paisano is somebody who is from your own country. But here I would assume that both of them are from the same country.
No.
In this case...
There are also some foreign soldiers at that time in this
Interesting. Yeah, in any case, it either means that this person is from the same country as our main character, or it means that this person is from a rural background. One or the other.
Was an authentic maleducado. Maleducado, what is it? Educado or bad? Was the authentic bad education?
Somebody who is maleducado is somebody who is rude.
Was authentic? It means really rude?
Yeah, very good, very good, very good.
Oh, paisano. Okay, yeah. This is the background of this part is that this is already nowadays. It's around 2003 or 2006. So at that time, because they used the Costa Roja already connected to the three-body people, the aliens. So now all the governments now are united to trying to think out, to discuss and figure out something to against the alien, or to how to say, control this situation or something. So you can see now they are already working together for different governments.
So that's why it's called Ejército de Tierra. Okay, so I had been thinking that it was one of the branches of the People's Army. But okay, in that case, then I guess you could call it like the Ejército de Tierra, like the global army or the world army or the Earth army or something like that.
Alto y corpulento. Alto y corpulento, con cara de pocos amigos, iba enfundado en una mugrienta chaqueta de cuero. So many words, I don't know. Alto and corpulento. What does this mean? Corpulento. Corpulent.
Corpulent, yeah, very good. So just somebody who's very large. The root of corpulento is body, so just big body.
Yeah, corp, yeah. Tall and big. With a face, pocos, little amigos, with a little friendly face.
Unfriendly face.
With unfriendly face, was enfundado. What does it mean? Enfundado. Deeply.
Enfundado means that he was wrapped in or covered in.
Was overwhelmed. Fundado. Fund means deep.
So for example, on your bed, you probably have a funda. So usually you do not simply sleep on the mattress by itself. Usually you will have some fabric that covers the mattress. This is funda. So in this case, a funda is like a covering or a wrapping or something similar to that. So if he is enfundado, he is wrapped in something, covered in something. It's just a fancy way of saying that he is dressed in something.
Yeah, was covered in a mugrienta. What does it mean? Chaqueta. Jacket.
Yeah, jacket. Very good. Mugre is like grime or how can I describe this? Mugre is just dirtiness.
Okay, dirtiness jacket of cuero. What does it mean? Cuero means leather.
No. Oh, leather. Yes.
Okay. Todo él apestaba a tabaco y en lugar de hablar gritaba, justo la clase de persona que Wang más detestaba. Todo él apestaba a tabaco. What does it mean? Apestaba.
To stink.
Todo, what does it mean? All he stinks with the tobacco smell.
Yeah.
In lugar de hablar. In the place of speaking.
Instead of speaking.
Instead of speaking. En lugar de means instead of something.
Yeah, very good.
Instead of speaking, he's actually screaming. He's screaming.
Very good. Or yelling.
Yelling. Close to the class of the person of Wang was detestaba. What does it mean?
Okay, let's start at the top. Justo.
Close.
No.
Just.
There you go. La clase. There's a different type of word for this. Actually, I think I just used it in this sentence.
Just the class of the person.
Class is fine, but if it helps you understand better, you can say just the type of person.
Just the type of the person that one was detestaba means one was disgusted.
That he detested. If you detest something, you hate it.
Not disgusted. This is dislike. Right?
Dislike is another one, yeah. The proper English one is detest, but you will not see it very often.
Okay. Wang, not Wang. Wang Miao. Le preguntó a voces, incomodándole a usar su nombre completo, mientras encendía un cigarrillo sin mirarlo. Wang Miao, he asked a voces, what does it mean, a voces? Voice.
This is just a way to say that it was loud.
Okay. He asked loudly, incomodándole means uncomfortable him.
Yeah, making him uncomfortable.
Making him uncomfortable when using his full name while encendía. And encendía, what does it mean? Giving him a cigarette?
No.
Lighting.
Encender. Yeah, very good.
And lighting cigarettes without looking at him. Antes de darle tiempo a responder, le hizo un gesto al policía joven y este le enseñó la placa. Before giving him time to respond, he made a gesture to the young police, and y le enseñó la placa. What does it mean? Placa.
We can think of this as being like a badge.
And he showed him his badge.
Yeah, there you go.
Entonces ya con el cigarrillo encendido, hizo ademán de meterse en el apartamento. Later, with a lightened cigarette, he made ademán de meterse en el apartamento. Ademán, what does it mean?
A gesture.
He made a gesture, also a gesture. He made a gesture of meterse. He made a gesture to go out of the apartment or go into the apartment.
Go into.
Meterse, go into the apartment. Por favor, no fume en mi casa, le dijo. Please don't smoke in my house. And Wang said, interceptando. What does this mean? Interrupt.
Interceptando. Intercepting. So to intercept something is to get in the way or to block something.
Block the pace. Paso.
Block the way.
Block the way. Okay. Interceptando. Perdone, profesor. Intervino el policía joven con una sonrisa de apuro. Sorry, professor. The young police intervened with a smile of apuro. What does it mean? Apuro.
Apuro is rush or hurry.
With a rush. le presentó al comisario Shichang. Comisario. What does this mean? I introduce you the comisario.
Yeah, the commissar.
Commissar. A kind of rank in the police system.
Yeah.
Commissar. Dirigió una mirada de súplica a su superior. She turned to looking at the súplica. Súplica, what does this mean? Of her super.
A súplica is when you are pleading. When you are pleading, it's when you are asking for something.
Yeah, pleading.
More like begging for something.
Turning to looking at the pleading, the begging to his supervisor, to his superior. How to pronounce that? Superior.
His superior, yeah.
Superior means boss, right? Superior.
Basically, yeah.
Superior. De acuerdo. En el pasillo replicó Shichang y dio una profunda calada que redujo a cenizas casi la mitad del cigarrillo. Sure, in el pasillo. In the pasillo means the small floor in a small pace. Small pace.
It means the hallway.
In the hallway, Shichang replied, and given deep calada. What is calada?
There's a word for this, but I can't remember. But when you smoke, you suck on the on the thing, right? So that's a calada. I don't remember. I don't know if maybe the word here would be to puff or something. But anyways, basically he took a deep breath.
Yeah, with a deep breath, it reduces cenizas. Ceniza, what does it mean? Ceniza.
Ashes.
It reduces the ashes almost the half of the cigarette. Después, apenas hecho humo, pregúntale tú, añadió, volviendo la cabeza hacia el joven policía. Later, this apenas means despite.
Barely
made smoke. Barely made smoke. Pregúntale tú. Asking you. He added, turning the head towards to the young police. Asking you. Pregúntale.
Ask him.
You ask him. Oh, you mean you ask him, I will not, right?
Yeah, basically.
Tú pregúntale. Profesor Wang comenzó queríamos saber si recientemente ha tenido contacto con algún miembro de la organización Fronteras de la Ciencia. Teacher Wang or Professor Wang comenzó means started. She started with that. Queríamos. I would like to know if recently you have contact with some member of the organization of the frontier of science. Se trata de una organización académica muy influyente a nivel internacional y todos sus miembros son reputados investigadores. They are an organization they are an academic organization that influenced by the international level, that has the influence in the international level, and all of those members are reputados. What does this mean? Reputation.
Reputable.
Are reputable researchers. ¿Por qué no iba a poder relacionarme con miembros de una organización perfectamente legal? Why are you going? You? Why I didn't? Why I cannot relation myself, make myself related to the member of the organization and a perfectly legal organization?
Kind of, yeah. Say, why can't I? Relacionarme is to. I know that there's an English word for this. They have a different word for this. Hold on. Relacionarme.
Connect to myself means.
Yeah, something like that.
Míralo, espetó el comisario, echando ahora sí en el rostro de Wang Miao todo el humo que acaba de inspirar. Look, espetó el comisario. Espetó, what does it mean? Expected. Spit. Okay, espetó. Spit de comisario. The comisario spit. Echando. Made something. And ahora.
Throwing or.
Okay, throwing. Echando. Throwing. Ahora sí. Now. In the rostro de Wang. Rostro, what does it mean?
Face.
On the face of Wang Miao, all the humo de acabo de inspirar. Humo, what does it mean?
Smoke.
All the smoke that acababa de inspirar. They're covered with the smoke that he exhaled.
Yeah, so he says, look at him. He spits out, or he yells out, or he whatever. Breathing onto his face, all of the smoke that he had just inhaled.
En algún momento hemos dicho que sea ilegal. Alguien le ha prohibido relacionarse con ella. Que en algún since when did we say that they are illegal? Is there alguien le ha prohibido? Is there anyone that prohibit you to have connection to them?
Very good, very good.